Well, welcome back to Lifestyle. Listen, I could not be more excited. This weekend, we installed my metal roof on my porch, and now it's screened in. It's a beautiful place to go and just relax. Well, now I'm ready to entertain and to get great inspirational ideas. I know exactly who to go to. She is interior designer Becky Charton from Table Setters. She's the author of the book, The Window, Inspired Ideas for Framing Your View, and she's here with us to give us some great ideas. Welcome, Becky.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the show. Listen, you always give us great ideas. Your business, though, really runs the gamut from interior designers to tables, and even though it is Table Setters, tell us about your business and what all you do.
Sure. Well, I'm an interior designer, and I started as an event planner and a designer. Had to make a choice. Chose interior design, and sometimes I'm lucky enough to get to actually set a table, which is really my name of my business, and that comes from a scripture about setting a table so everyone else can feast in Psalms. And so we like to prepare someone's home, their event, their table, so everyone else can enjoy the feast.
Well, you do such a fabulous job, and one of the things that you talk about when you help your clients is whenever you are designing a home, you often tell them to think about their interiors and incorporate that into their table settings. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely, and we're going to see that here in a little bit, but we like to take the design of the room, and this is a lot of fun when you're building a new home and you're adding new furniture, and really couples are deciding like what their style is personally, and it's fun then to buy place settings that complement the rooms and the kitchens and their lifestyle too. And then what you can do is anytime you throw a party, it looks like a theme. It all coordinates. No matter how you use your pieces, it works in the space. So we like to help with the table settings as well as the wallpaper, the tables, the chandeliers.
That's great. And we have some examples of that too. We're going to see where you have done exactly that. Tell me about this home.
Okay, well, this is called my Happy Lake house. This is a young family. We've talked a little bit about this house before on the show, but we wanted to go more in depth about their dining room, and I wanted to bring that first shot so you could see that it's lake living. They have a beautiful view of the lake, and I want to first focus on these three houses on the actual design. This is a more contemporary design, and we use three mirrors all in a row, and we use the same two centerpieces. When I'm doing contemporary work, I like to multiply things, and the multiplier makes it streamlined, simple, and pulls off that contemporary look, and you can see that it's a very colorful house.
Oh, I love the color that you've created here.
Yeah.
And so we also have a beautiful piece of art here in the background.
Right. We had talked about this on another show when we were talking about doing custom pieces for homes, and this was actually a piece of 4 pieces of art that we had painted off the canvases and onto the wall. But I wanted to show you the relationship of the dining room and the living room is really important in this house. It's all one big room. Again, it's lake living. They do lots of buffets and big parties, and so I wanted to see how we're incorporating everything. So here's some of the pieces that we've bought for this kitchen, for this dining area, and we bought these beautiful glass sets of chargers, plates, salad bowls, and then we mixed it up with pieces from all over, little fish dishes and little tiny sauce cups and fun mixers for drinks and adorable little glasses. And you can see the centerpiece has fun colorful balls that they don't have to, it's not fresh, it's always ready for a party. They're not there all the time, so when they get there, it's ready to go.
Right, because it's not like you have to, the flowers that you have to replace.
Right.
So when they go to the lake and they don't want to spend a lot of time creating centerpieces, they already have items that they can use and just pull right out of the cabinets.
Right.
Well, show us some examples and how you, one of the things you say is be sure to stack it up.
Stack it up. It's one of my favorite things. I love the layers. And as you can see, here's a little fish dish, and that's so appropriate for a lake and for children and family, but it just makes the setting very casual. And you can see we used 3 plates here in multiple different colors, glass plates, to create a stacked effect. So it looks cute if you just have it stacked. You can use just the plate for a buffet and use the charger maybe for a platter. So you can really mix up the pieces and just not use it as a traditional, I'm sitting down to a 4-course meal.
Oh, I like that. And I really like that you've got some glassware. Everybody has to have glassware, but how you choose that and the shapes really makes a difference on the way it looks. Tell me about these.
Well, these are just fun little stir sticks. It's always fun to have the accessories. Stir sticks, straws. It's hard to see these little glasses, but they have little fish on them. So again, kind of going back to that lake theme. And of course, different size glasses for your different kinds of drinks that you're going to be serving at the lake. And remember, I'm not showing it today, but always to incorporate some plasticware too. They've got great new plasticware and fun colors that looks decorative, but that way you don't have to worry about things getting broken by little ones.
Well, and what we were talking about earlier is to have a little bowl of goldfish.
That's right. You could sprinkle goldfish around this little setting and it would just make it lots of fun.
Now, we are talking about the type that you eat. We don't want you sprinkling little fish, okay? But that's a good idea too. A little bowl of goldfish. That would be really fun. Well, we've got another inspiration here. Tell us about this very cool contemporary design. Love the white.
Sure. This house we call Octi inspired, and it was really the chandelier that took the house in a direction. It's a hand-blown glass chandelier from Italy, and it reminded us of an octopus. It's one of the first pieces we bought, and you're going to see we selected this table specifically for its design. You'll see that in a minute. This is the entryway, and I was wanting to show you how the dining room connects to the other rooms. We use this large gold and white stripe, and as you saw, it wrapped into the dining room and just kind of sets the mood when you come in. We painted everything white, mirrors, a stump table, the fish on top of the table. I mean, we just sprayed it all lacquer white.
Oh, I like that, but I do like how you have stained the doors because they really pop and it gives you such richness.
It does, that nice contrast so that things don't float away. Sometimes you need something heavy. And then as you can see, this is right off the entry. This is one of the family's most favorite places. And this is a bar height island, so it's stationary, and what we did is so that kids could jump on those stools. They're a crocodile faux vinyl. They could jump on them with their little swimsuit cover-ups on. We actually wrapped the base in a vinyl wallpaper, so it's super sturdy for whoever's hanging around. You can use it to serve off of a buffet. You can gather around it for a snack, and again, you'll see that kind of goes along again with the table, so we're connecting.
What is that tabletop? Is it an acrylic or is it a stone?
It's a quartz product.
Oh, okay. So
very
impervious.
Durable.
And impervious.
Absolutely.
Well, we did not mention the chandelier, but everybody could see that right away. That cobalt blue really gives you that feeling of being under the sea. And here is the theme.
Yes, here's the place setting actually in this space. If I could have brought this table with me, I would have. That would have been a little work. But as you can see, the table actually looks like water, and with this being another lake property, it was just such a neat way to incorporate our theme. And then some things just come together and you're just grateful about it. We had picked that chandelier, and then we found these fabulous dishes from Anthropology, and they have octopus, and it just made the table spectacular. And I brought some pieces to show you.
Oh, I love this, and I love how the octopus is actually repeated here on your napkins. Let's talk about what you've got here. This is a beautiful setting.
Well, this cute little guy is a napkin holder, and look at his cute little detail in his tentacles and his little eyes. And once we started, we could go crazy with this theme, so we tried to, you know, pace ourselves so we didn't overuse the theme.
Hold back, Becky, hold back.
That's right. But we used the little octopus as our napkin holder with these beautiful linen napkins. And then here is, look how gorgeous this teacup is, and there's a ship inside.
Oh, wow. Now,
Isn't
you
that
could actually use
fabulous?
this for a soup bowl. You could use
Yes.
this in the morning for your coffee. So many
Absolutely.
things, but look at all the detailing that you found on that.
And then the salad plate
Oh, I'll
has the
tip that up.
actual octopus on it, which is so fun. And these clients, they just
floating.
absolutely love to entertain. I mean, who would not with this kind of setup? And one thing I did with this group is I did add, and today we've used a faux botanical. That's what we like to call something that's not real. But we used a faux
Are you kidding?
exotic
This
leaf.
looks real.
I know.
Oh,
Isn't
I like that.
great?
So it's always there. It's always ready to have these layers. That's what I
Exactly.
love is layers. You always talk about making sure that you put on layers because anybody could just put a dish
Right,
down, but to
right.
stack it. And you've also used this charger and this gold leafing.
Right, a gold charger and then this fabulous leaf, and it just sets it off. And again, like you were saying earlier with the dark door, the leaf just gives some contrast. On that glass table, it helps it not float away.
Well, I love your design philosophy, and one of the things you say is throw out the rules. I mean, this isn't
That's
your
right.
English table where you
No.
set everything and every dish is in place.
That's
This is
right.
a lot more fun. So we've got another rustic, refined rustic that we're going to
We
look
do.
at. Take a look.
This is definitely for the men. So men, you know, take a look at this. This was a gentleman. I did his home last year. Really wanted a nice, refined home, but very casual, rustic, a hunter. So this ceiling was the perfect place to reclaim some wood from a barn that was on the property. And we took the wood, and it's really where our whole color palette from the house came from. We have blacks and grays and this beautiful kind of rusty gold and light grays. And we just had the whole ceiling covered in that barn wood.
Now that does look like a vaulted ceiling. How tall is that? I mean,
It
really.
is. It goes to about 12, 13 feet. And as you can see in this shot, we used a antler chandelier.
Love
which,
that.
you know, it's not appropriate everywhere, but it was perfect for this space. And as you can see in the background, we added some really nice, beautiful drapes. We wanted it to be sophisticated. I think sometimes when we have a theme, we can kind of get cheesy. And so how do we balance it? And in this space, we use these beautiful embroidered linen window treatments we had custom made, and then they're cuffed. And Denise, you've done this a million times, but cuffed in leather, which just brought it back to that masculine feel.
And bringing that texture back to it. And this
Right.
table really brings such a warm wood tone into the room.
This client would have had wood everywhere. So I was like, how can I soften it up? But this table is fabulous. It has integrated leaves, and so as you pull this beautiful design apart, the leaves are tucked inside, and it's like this puzzle. It all unfolds to make a 72-inch round table. So you can have a small table or you can have a large table, and it is just beautiful.
Well, I love the effect of that, and you can take out each leaf. I mean, that's a great idea if you are entertaining a small group and you want that table to be a little bit smaller. So do think about how, you know, your placement of your table and how many that can seat. I know a lot of people are used to having a leaf in the middle, but this gives you a whole new look. And we have an example of that table setting as well.
Yes, and here just shows you what we've brought today, but he was so cute. He's like, now, Becky, can you just set my table? And they had a dinner party, and I've got a little tip here for you, and it's not on my party tips today, but he hired someone to come over and make a Mexican meal for his family, and they made fresh tortillas, and you know, he wasn't capable of pulling off a dinner party, but he found someone that could help him. And what I loved is he's like, Becky, we messed the place settings up, and I was like, no problem, I will reset the table and we'll take a picture. And so that's what we did, so he can reset that table again. He knows exactly how it goes, and he's ready for his next chef to come in to entertain his family. So let's look at what I brought.
I love that. And I like that you, again, have used, my brother, who is a deer hunter, would absolutely love this.
Isn't that adorable? It's a little obviously a deer in silver with a rattan napkin holder, and then we used like almost a chambray gray, so very casual linens, and we stacked this with almost a leather, like a faux little leather placemat.
Like a chagrin. It looks like a faux chagrin.
It does.
It's kind of doing that modeling on air, but I like that it has a lot of texture to it. So you've got layers. Okay, let's talk about all the layers. Start from the bottom. Let's go all the way up, because you have a lot of layers, and I think that's what gives the look and the textures that we're seeing.
Exactly. So we had a placemat and a napkin that coordinated different patterns, but I used 2 placemats and I ran them 2 different directions. Folded a napkin and used it. And remember, this room's dark, it's masculine, it has a wood table and a dark wood ceiling, so this brought interest to the tabletop. Then we used a pewter charger, and I love that it's inscripted with good food, good friends, and good company, which is really the motto of this client. And then we used this beautiful dishware that we bought, stoneware, has an interesting shape, and again we bought him multiple pieces, plates, salad plates, bowls, little tiny sauce dishes, so he can mix it up.
Well, I like that. You've given us 3 distinctly different ideas here for our dining table, and really how to bring that designer look. But you may look at this and think, wow, this doesn't really match my interiors. Well, that's what Becky is encouraging you to do, is look around your interiors. You also encourage people to do this while they are decorating the room. Go ahead while you have those samples and swatches in your hand, right?
Absolutely, and that's one thing that we do is we're shopping for furniture. We might be inspired by a cup, and then we just get excited about the whole room. It's usually one thing in a room that really gets you excited. It's like when you buy a new ring and then you make a whole outfit around your ring. It's that same concept. So I encourage people to kind of let loose. Don't follow the rules, Aries, and just have fun with it. Find something that inspires you.
And you always encourage to stack it up. I know I've got a little event coming up this week, and I thought, oh, no problem. Becky's going to be here this week. I'll get some inspiration. And she always is an inspiration. We have put her website has been on the screen as well. So if you want that book that she has, Inspired Windows for Framing Your View, called The Window, it's actually on her website. So we'll be giving her tips a little bit later. But as you all know, when we are decorating, we love to use flowers, and I'll tell you, I'll give you a little tips from Ilex for flowers. You know, they always give us such beautiful flowers. As Alströmeriums can last up to 2 weeks. So if you're looking for longevity, that would be a great flower to call Ilex for flowers and ask them to send them to you at 736-5200. And listen, if you're looking for a beach scene, coming up next, I'm going to show you how to use your seashells on your table. That's coming up right after the break, so you come back.